Thank you, Diana. Yeah, and yes, let's go. I'm Jared, and welcome to Comics League Dark, the premier news show for Comics League. Let's bring in the gentlemen. Let's bring in...
I am Phoenix!
What's up?
Not much. We have Courage is again joining us.
And you know what's weird? It's as soon as the show started, Nick, it got really warm, like really hot. I don't know what that
feel
is.
Some heat.
You notice that?
I feel some heat. I'm feeling the heat.
Hello, JJheat.
What's up?
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I had to. So we got some topics to talk about this week. Some really odd stuff. But first, I want to talk about the one that was the most surprising, all right? We're going to start with this one first. Alonzo has left the building. In other words, to give you an idea of who she is, number one, she's the one in charge of the big woke push for the MCU and pushing the all-new, all-different crap characters. That's the first thing. Second off, she was the one in charge of VFX. And what have we been complaining about? And what's up, David?
To be fair,
Jared, can we get a suck at Warner Brothers?
That's not Warner Brothers.
Come
on,
come on, give them what they want.
But it doesn't work.
Do you have a suck
Warner
at
Brothers?
Yeah, suck at Warner Brothers.
It's the closest we have.
You got it.
All right, I will say this. Now, all new, all different, despite its flaws, was used as synergy to establish a precedent for when the original core Avenger actors left their roles. So you can't really pin that on Victoria specifically.
But
considering it's a shit, I recognize that Marvel has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid ass decision,
I agree.
Like ignore it.
I agree.
I'm gonna get that drop. I need that drop. But
I'm sorry. I had to.
No, but here's the thing. It's not just that. There's plenty more male characters that they could have put that could have done stuff with, like Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. Hey, how about that?
Well, to be fair, I honestly, given how She-Hulk would have come out, I would have rather gotten Amadeus Cho. Like seriously, at this point,
that is very true.
What they did to Scar alone was unforgivable.
That image of Scar scarred my mind, to use a Nick pun.
Little on the nose, but I get your point.
It scarred me more than Ares' axe on Darkseid's freaking shoulder in the Snyder cut.
Not impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Roll the clip.
No, I can't use that one. It's not appropriate yet. Oh, here's how it scarred me. You ready?
I guess you could say they really stuck it to you.
Yeah, exactly. They definitely did. Thank you, Nick. But also, remember, she was in charge of VFX, and apparently she had like a blacklist of people. If you pissed this woman off, you were not getting work.
Oh, also, I need to expand upon that. Her blacklist was getting so large, Marvel was having trouble finding VFX houses to work with. Like, people were getting so pissed off. There was talk of unions. Like, you messed up when the workers talk about unionization. That is how
and
bad
remember, this is the same woman who a year or two ago said the name X-Man is outdated because there were women on the X-Men.
2 words: fragile egos.
2 words. Actually, 1 word, 2 syllables. Snowflake.
1 word.
What's snowflake and safe space got to do with this?
Oh my God! You beat me to it, JJheat. You beat me to it.
Nice. I knew someone was gonna make that joke.
Marvel will never live that down.
Oh no!
Even it was kind of funny. This is the one never released comic that will continue to haunt this company no matter what.
Like that whole entire video, I think they probably taken it down, but like
no, the trailer's still there. You just can't tell at the dislikes because there's like 3 million dislikes.
To be fair, all you have to do is download the plugin, return YouTube dislikes, and you can see the dislikes. So problem solved.
Yeah.
And I thought Dark Crisis Young Justice was bad.
Don't mention that name.
I could have brought up.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name?
Thank you, Nick.
There are worse storylines out there. Amazon's Cat, Countdown.
Amazon's Attack is more enjoyable than anything written by She Who Must Not Be Named.
Okay, question for you. Would you rather read One More Day, One More Time, or read a story from She Who Must Not Be Named?
One More Day, One More Time.
Oh, we
Look
lost
at
JJheat!
JJheat! Look at JJheat! He just rage quits.
I
Rage
think
quits.
he rage quit because he realized, oh crap, I'd rather read one more day than this, and he just feels
and by the
so
way,
much
Brown
shame.
Destroyer, as Nerdrotic says, the MCU, exactly. That's kind of what it. Because when you look at the characters now that are the prominence, it's all women, which is fine. But when you look at,
Just make an A-Force movie and get it over with.
yeah, I know.
To be
Just do
fair,
that.
To be fair, they did do an M-Force Disney Plus series like that. They with their I think they use like the really crappy What If animation. So like, I'm sorry, the animation in What If is just complete another dog crap. It is bad.
It needs to be said. It needs to be said.
Why are you booing me? You know I'm right.
No, I don't. I like the animation style. Of
You
What If.
can't handle the truth.
It's my show,
Well,
Jay.
you have every right to be wrong. It is a free country.
But you
Yes,
know
it
what's kind of funny? I'm surprised I don't have that "you can't handle the truth" drop, because I feel like I need that whenever a troll comes in and trolls me for being a Snyder fan. You can't handle the truth.
You need that.
Also,
clip.
I'm gonna get that
it's like
immediately.
also you need the clip. I mean, honestly, there's so many clips from A Few Good Men. You could just do like, "Are we clear?" Crystal.
But everyone uses that.
Just
or I
about it.
demand the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Yeah, that works. That 100% works. But so, what do you guys think? Is this going to lead to some improvement for the MCU?
Relatively, you still have to fix the special effects budget. You still have to have actual showrunners that know what the hell they're doing. I got a list. I could go on a bloody tangent, but that's
here's the thing. Basically, it is like they're barely like, you can just tell like they have like a thin veneer on, but
wait. Not
yet, Spider-Man.
We will be talking about it in the stream. It's just we're gonna do that after this topic.
Yeah, it is
what's
coming.
Up, what's up, Master Sergeant?
So
sorry, go ahead.
Like there is such a thin veneer, but you can just tell they're panicking because like they're starting to cancel shows. There's like they've announced they're going to spend stuff. Like even Kevin Feige's being like, "Oh, we're going to spend less money." They cut back the budget. It is so friggin' clear that the house is on fire and they're doing everything they can. Like, "Oh, don't look at this! Don't look at this! Please don't look at this!"
So basically, what you're telling me,
look at the Mickey keychain. We're dangling the Mickey keychain.
So basically, what you're telling me is that this is the state of the MCU right now.
I've said my piece in the private chat.
Yeah, I think honestly, Jared, I do think we should talk about that maybe after the Snyder but like the Rock Levi thing we need to touch.
We're going to talk about that. That is a topic I have on the agenda. So actually, if you guys just want to move on, now we'll go to Snyder.
Yeah. I just want to mention.
I
just want to mention one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's Hollywood in general.
Thank you for your support, Master Sergeant.
Thank you, dude. We love you, Master Sergeant. You're the best.
Hey, but Marvel has become the new WB, or the WB of old. Immediately press the panic button.
All right.
Why do you have to be?
I'm not going to get a better.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
I'm
Jared,
not gonna get a better setup
you
than
need
that.
you need the Falcon Winter Soldier where he says he's out of line, but he's right. You need that clip.
Yeah, actually, I do. I'll get that one. But all right. So actually, what's kind of funny is I wanted to say this because of the poster that's the thumbnail for this, but also before this, Snyder was on a Film Junkie stream, and Master Sergeant brought that up, and he brought up some interesting things, chiefly. So someone asked him about the sell hashtag, and he said it's out of his hands, but he did say that this regime he's named DeLuca and Abdi are fantastic to him.
So it seems like there has been I think at this point it's pretty safe to say there has been talks about it. I'm not confirming it; it's not confirmed, but I believe
a discussion is being made. a discussion.
It could. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it could. The signs are there. But anyway, so what I wanted to do, and our good friend Snyder Queen has been analyzing the crap out of this poster. But I just want to say the thing about it, the thing that is interesting though, they could have picked a nice clean poster, not one that's cracked and rebuilt. But it could be just saying that with the Snyder cut out, that's like it's done. Could be.
Because Snyder Queen, they're like analyzing like the fingers, trying to interpret that. I normally don't go that deep, but I think there is kind of one detail that is pretty front and center.
Hang on, I'll pull it up.
The statue has been rebuilt.
Yeah,
that
again
is a pretty front and center detail.
Again, here's the thing. Like I said before, Zack could have just taken any poster. He could have just taken a rebuilt statue and then just rolled with that. And actually, here's a good image next to the face of a very handsome man.
Also, I like.
Yeah, look at that.
I wish Snyder was on here to cause they're talking about like the fingers and restoring and whatnot. While I normally don't go that low into analysis for this kind of stuff, I will say that kind of detail is definitely within Zack Snyder's wheelhouse. Like that is definitely like a thing Zack Snyder would do in this kind of situation.
Who said Super Sons? What's up, Tevia? Master Sergeant said, Jared, you are right. Snyder signaled clear that's done. Not necessarily, no. He didn't say it's done. What he said was that right now he's doing Rebel Moon, and he said that in the future that very well could happen. And he had nothing but good things to say about the WBD regime. So,
and technically, he did license the material for SnyderCon and the special screenings. So.
I mean, we've known that like Zack has been in on good terms with Warner Brothers this whole entire time. We've known that for a while.
Relatively.
Since the annoying people left. Hey, what's up, and we're doing very well, Tevia. How's your night going?
Great.
So, yeah, that's the part, Nick, that really got that got me that maybe this is something because of the cracks. What this could be, to play devil's advocate, it could be just saying that now that the Snyder cut is out, everything's kind of been rebuilt.
Here's the thing, okay? First off, that's all bullshit. Okay.
Oh, and by the way,
why
David said it.
Yep.
Why the frick would he go to all this effort to obviously promo stuff, to do all this marathon just to say, hey guys, bye. Like, peace out, bye, watch Rebel Moon. Why would he go to all this effort? Why would he do the marathon? Why would he go to all this effort just to say, oh, by the way, this trilogy that like Warner Brothers has been calling this a trilogy. By the way, Warner Brothers has been calling the Zack Snyder's trilogy for over a year now. So this isn't anything.
He called it a trilogy on the poster too, though.
And speaking of subverting expectations, Rian Johnson's canceled trilogy, anyone?
We'll talk
about that later. It's been canceled for years now. They're just
canceled for years, but they're actually confirming it now. And I love Rian Johnson saying, "Oh, I don't have time for it." Sure, you do.
Oh, come on, that was a good setup.
My opinion is, why would he go to all this effort just to say, "Peace out, watch Rebel Moon"? He would not
for the event. It could be because it's also to benefit AFSP.
No, like he would not do this to do a charity. He's clearly teasing an announcement. He is very clearly teasing an announcement. Whether it's to say bye, whether it's to say, I'm not saying it's looking
as a theory.
It is to just say, hey, it's done, it's concluded.
So Brown says,
okay,
what if the Superman from Superman Legacy dies like the new 52 and is replaced with Henry Cavill? That'd be interesting.
So Superman's gonna die again in how many years? Come on.
But he's gonna explode this time. It's not gonna be Doomsday. Even Snyder called his celebration of Snyder's trilogy. That's 3. If there's a completion to be had, it will eventually be animated after the DC is lucrative. It could.
I can see that. And to go back to Brown Destroyer's comment, I'm actually making a part 2. That actually reminds me of a previous video Jared and I did, to which a part 2 is coming out on my channel. So get excited for that.
Yeah, it's basically that. Like, what if my favorite version of Superman actually didn't explode?
Here's my personal prediction. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Oh, one more thing, real
I've-
quick. To go off of that, and Snyder Queen posted this. Here's the thing: Snyder did say we'll talk more about that poster after SnyderCon.
I personally, I think all signs are leading to new DC content directed or at least having Zack Snyder involved. It's going to be under the Elseworlds banner.
Mm-hmm.
The Snyderverse is going to be its own timeline on Netflix or whatever. He's going to start on it after Rebel Moon. My prediction is it's going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's going to be 2 seasons. They're going to do it as 2 different miniseries. Like miniseries is his part 2 plans, and season 2 is going to be his part 3 plans, and it's going to be 16 episodes, like 2 seasons, 8 episodes each, an hour long. So basically an 8-hour movie, which, come on, Zack Snyder could easily do that.
Then you watch. Zack will combine each season into one movie, make an 8-hour Justice League movie.
Because with the way Zack Snyder's, like, he like, an 8-hour movie, like the Netflix format is perfect for Zack Snyder's style.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
He excels in the long form.
So 8 one-hour episodes on Netflix, 2 seasons. I can totally see WB doing this. And I think it would be insane to do all this build-up, because this is obviously promotional. This is obviously marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clearly DC related. I don't think he'd go to all this effort just to say, peace out, watch Rebel Moon. I don't think, or even charity related. I don't think, because this is obviously in cooperation with Warner Brothers. It's clearly Warner.
Yeah, he said that.
So I think we're getting something DC related, whether it's animated, whether it could be animated or live action.
I agree.
I don't think we're doing this all for a comic book. I don't think that.
And if it's honestly, if it's a Netflix, let's say it's not a Netflix. Well, let me put it this way: if it is a Netflix and they do that model, chances are it's going to be animated.
Yep.
And
it could be live
thank you,
action.
Ian. And by the way, Ian is referring to my fan edit that I made, which basically adapted Power Couple, but in live action form, which is doing very well. By the way,
It could be live action. It could.
I will give you this, Jared. I will give you this. The first volumes of Super Wonder and New 52 were decent.
First two. The 3 and 4 is because Tomasi decided to tank the whole freaking book.
Editorial still approved it though.
No, but it was also his thing. He was very, very, very anti Super Wonder fans too. Unprofessional. Talania's like, no. He blamed JJheat. He got me going again.
So I just don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they're going to all this effort just to announce stuff that we already knew, just to say goodbye. I don't think it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any logical sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
They could announce a comic book. That would be disappointing, but like at least then it's like, okay, they're not something new. Like I can see that happening. But I'm just saying, at the very least, it's going to be a comic book. This is
at the very least. That's why I say I'm 100% sure at some point, in some form, we will get a conclusion to the Snyderverse.
I think we're going to get some sort of conclusion in April. At least it's going to be announced, because it's very clear that something's happening. Warner Brothers related. All the signs are pointing to it. Like the Dark Side is coming, using the voices. The statue that's clearly been restored. Which I'm sorry. In if you want to view that through a Zack Snyder lens, that is very clearly his universe being restored. Like if you want to use like his logic,
because he could have just he could just use a picture of the statue pre-Doomsday destroying it from BVS and just gone, there you go.
Yeah, because Zack Snyder, this is gonna sound a little bit rude, but this is the best way I can put it. Zack Snyder is very good at like surface level symbolism, and I mean that in like the best way possible. And the statue being rebuilt is definitely Zack's way of teasing his universe being rebuilt and restored. Because like that statue is kind of the symbol of Snyderverse.
And Tevia, this is for you. Quick tangent. There's
and
also
Claudia, no. No.
No. But Tevia, this is for you.
Henry Cavill voice acting in Mortal Kombat in Justice When.
And then
Ha,
Master
ha,
Sergeant
ha.
says, "Yeah, Snyder has always left the door open to see what happens." But he's no, oh yeah, he's 100% focused on Rebel Moon. But I'm just saying the door is open, and they could say at least like you don't necessarily have to direct the series, just produce it, and we can get like Nolan to come in and direct it, but just advise us on the story and everything.
Because here's the thing, it's gonna be a few years before before James Gunn, his stuff really gets off the ground. So we have a window of opportunity here, like 2 to 3 years, where you could slot in Zack Snyder stuff and have that kind of soak up all the positive attention and kind of fill the void that the rest of these holdover films will get.
Honestly, if I were James Gunn, what I would do is I would take because you know how there's basically 1 year before, so basically next year there's no DC content coming out. What I would do, I would use that year to announce it if he doesn't do it this year, and have James Gunn say, "Hey, we're doing this collaboration with Zack and Netflix to really to get DC's name in the headlines." Because what's going to break the internet more than announcing that the Snyderverse is coming back as its own Elseworld story?
No, what they're going to do is they're going to announce in April that next year, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's probably going to have like a subtitle. Let's say Justice League Nightmare. You know, let's like part 1 and 2. Let's just for the sake of argument, let's say
Apocalypse War,
or that. No, that would be part 3, I think.
No, just Justice League Nightmare part 1 and 2. Just keep it simple.
Just say,
and it's going to be it's going to be 2 seasons, 8 episodes each, and the first season comes out next year.
But that means that they would have had to have been making this like now, kind of.
At least in pre-production.
Who's to say it's not in pre-production? Like, what if we see concept art? Because remember, Rebel Moon is just about finished. Because they could do principal photography towards the end of this year, and they could release in the second half of next year. I'm not saying to release it early.
True. And then Master Sergeant says, when it comes to the Elseworld title, I think it's obvious that James Gunn tossed it out there only because Reeves and Phillips have ongoing franchises that he can't touch. I expect nothing new. Well, expect the unexpected, particularly when it applies to Zack freaking Snyder. Because remember, again, no one expected the Snyder Cut to get announced. And Ian, I do agree with you on that.
And Master Sergeant, I do agree with your logic. Though the thing is, the genie's out of the bottle. Like that title is already out there. So, if they wanted to add Elseworld stuff, they could. But I do agree when it was made, I think you're right. It was just for the sole purpose of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, exactly. And I think that now, let me put it this way: it puts pressure on Gunn because if Zaslav and Warner Brothers sees the demand for like this, for as an Elseworld story, he goes, okay, you have no reason not to do this right now because it makes us money. And guess what? It's an Elseworlds title. It's not going to interfere with your plan. It's just going to get more people into DC. That's what we want.
Also, there's also the other factor that I've kind of mentioned, but we haven't really talked about in the stream. The fact that this will be a co-production with Netflix, and the Netflix will be ponying up most, if not like part, most, or all of the money for production.
But how do you account for Netflix being in debt and canceling a bunch of series, though?
That is true. But
the priorities, because I think Netflix, come on, we all know what happened when the Snyder Cut hit HBO Max. You don't think Netflix wants something like that?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying is that Netflix is the place that's canceling series is because they don't have the money to keep it up. I'm
but
playing.
Netflix is a platform to where if something works, if it does like buku numbers, they will keep it on the stream. That's why we've gotten 5 seasons of Stranger Things. That's why Cobra Kai continues to get seasons, but the ones that don't do amazing, they get axed. Zack Snyder's Justice League has the potential to be such a buku numbers kind of show, and everyone knows it.
And Snyder's stuff has been some of the biggest stuff on Netflix. I'm saying that's why I keep saying at the end of this year, if Rebel Moon does amazing, you can't tell me they're not gonna. There's what that does is it puts thank you. It puts more cachet in Zack Snyder that Warner Brothers can be like, let's also work with this because we have this universe that was never finished, and he just killed it.
It's clear.
Killed it. I mean, he nailed it.
It's clear that Netflix believes in Zack Snyder because, like, he did Army of the Dead, and I'm sure it did really good numbers for them.
Decent.
Decent. But the thing is, that thing was probably really cheap produced, and the return they got is a pretty healthy return. Like, they wouldn't have invested so much money into Rebel Moon if they didn't believe in Zack Snyder. And honestly, I believe they know that if they can get a hold of the Warner Brothers stuff, like Zack Snyder, I think they know it would do good numbers.
Plus, here's the thing. The Snyder Cut was on Netflix in other countries, but it was on Netflix, and it dominated. By the way, David brings up a good point. If DC lets Netflix take the Snyderverse, we're bringing a lot of fans back, which show that the DC universes can coexist. This is something that Marvel doesn't have. So can you imagine what they could even do after the Snyderverse after Zack's movies ends? They could have like a battle between James Gunn's DC and Zack Snyder's DC.
Well, you might as well do.
I don't.
If you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I need to do some tempering right now. Best case scenario. All right.
Yes.
Zack Snyder does his Justice League stuff, and then maybe they do like a Batman with Ben Affleck, or maybe they do a Henry Cavill Superman. Henry Cavill Superman is highly unlikely. The Batman one, maybe.
Well, with the other movies, I think those are the comics, I think.
I don't think... This is never something that's going to be long-lasting. This is going to be...
a one and done, maybe a two-parter.
A two and done. I'm going to say it's a 2 and done. It's going to be a 2 and 3. We're going to finish the Justice League trilogy. Yeah. And then that's going to be it. Because this will not be a full-on restoration long-term. This will just be 1, maybe 2 movies.
To complete
and
the
that'll
story.
be it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just saying the opportunity is there because this is another way they could distinguish themselves from Marvel. Hey, we have 2 very successful universes that eventually fight.
I get where you're going with, Jared, but again,
I know
you can't do Crisis on 2 Earths with just Superman.
Oh, and Brown Destroyer, in regards to your Lucifer comment, Lucifer had like nothing to do with, like, even though it was based off of a comic book, it had nothing. Like, it had nothing to do with the comics. The most you got was the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. Mm-hmm. That was like the most comic book you got. And I think it was originally a Fox show, and then it went on Netflix. It's not really the same.
Yeah.
But David says, honestly, they should let Zack direct The Flash. He could use the Dr. Manhattan, and it would be a great do for him as well. Yeah, exactly.
And comics accurate, believe it or not.
Wait, Yeah, I was about to say,
I would want a Doomsday Clock movie.
But are we ready? Are we ready for an 8-foot tall blue penis again? Are we ready to deal with that?
We don't have to show it because he doesn't show it in the comic in Doomsday Clock.
By the way, in the original comic, there is some shots.
Yeah, but not in Doomsday Clock. What they could do if they did Doomsday Clock, they could make that they could put that after Justice League. The only difference would be there's no Batman, but Superman's kid could be Batman, and then there you go.
Imagine how crazy it would be if you're in the theater and like the post-credit scene, and all of a sudden Dr. Manhattan from the 2009 Watchmen appears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Tevia asks, question, is the Flash movie rebooting the universe or not? TBD.
I would say yes if you're going off off previous interviews and statements. From a corporate standpoint, it is a reboot, but I could easily see them deflecting if Flash and Aquaman do well.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think anybody knows, least of all Warner Brothers. Like, I think even Warner Brothers are still trying to figure out what really they want to do, because like they've announced films, but like it is everything is just so in flux and just like.
Yeah, he needs to say it's gonna reboot it, otherwise no one's gonna watch it. But doesn't
like we don't know what'll happen in a few years. Like,
because here's the
who
thing.
knows?
From what we know about the Flash, it ends with him on going to the Flash's plot. He goes to another universe and then ends at another universe. So it basically just leaves this world.
And then he wakes up It's from a first-person perspective.
I know where he's going with that. Yeah. I knew where you were going with
Let
that.
him
Nick.
say it.
As soon as I started,
It's not like he said Grant Gustin was going to be the new Flash.
All right. Well, anyway,
going to, and he
Now, that was just rude.
stop it.
Grant Gustin. Ooh.
Yeah, and plus, yeah, if Superman fails, it's game over for DC. And guess what? It's speaking of deflecting the blame, Shazam and Black Adam. Let's talk about that. I had to mention that. So,
A little on
all
the
right.
nose.
So, Shazam performed not so well, and to be clear, I enjoyed the movie a lot. I loved it. The Wonder Woman cameo was dope. That's not a
It was
spoiler because if you haven't seen
aggressively
any of the
okay.
trailers, then yeah.
Oh,
What?
I thought we were talking about Black Adam, but yeah.
No, but what I mean is that, okay, so apparently the rumor is, and this will lead into our topic, that the cameo at the end, they wanted it to be Cyclone and I think Hawkman. And what happened was, and I got a DM in here, the Clash of the Mid. Yeah, it's good. But what happened was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson like vetoed it, which he could because there were no other plans for those characters at the time. Yeah, the only thing he did of value was bring back the best Superman. But all right, so what happened? So what's going on now is that there's talk in the Hollywood trades that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson like basically did that and sabotaged Shazam.
Which, let's be honest, that is totally something Dwayne would do, and it's not the first time he's done it. Remember, Fast, because he totally tried to take over the Fast and Furious franchise, and he got booted out
to the point where they gave him his own corner of the universe that is tangentially attached to Fast and the Furious.
Notice how in Fast 9, Shaw came back, but Dwayne didn't.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, no one mentioned Luke Hobbs either. But the thing is, and by the way, if you want to see a fantastic rant about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson overhyping Black Adam, go to last week's stream when Nick went on a rant blasting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for putting Black Adam on the same level as Superman. It was glorious, my brother.
Please tell me you've clipped that.
And by the way, here's Brown Destroyer brings up a good point. People always say, okay, the Snyder fans are a minority and they don't really influence like what movies Warner Brothers makes. Then when a movie like bombs, they go, you Snyder fans aren't DC fans because you're not seeing the movie. See, if we're a minority, how are we going to influence the movie?
Here's really the problem with the Snyder fans. The Snyder fans are an extremely vocal minority. Okay, we are not the mainstream, and that's not a bad thing. We're very passionate people.
Let me put it this way,
and
the majority
we are the scapegoat. We are the scapegoat.
Yeah, I disagree that we're the minority. I think it's more like the over the top Snyder fans are the minority within the fandom. That overall is just
but they're
DC fan.
They're still a convenient scapegoat.
Yeah, they are. They've been a scapegoat since the Snyder Cut was announced because the mainstream media had a major bone to pick with the Snyder fandom when the Snyder Cut got announced. Because remember, every trade was saying the Snyder Cut is never going to come out.
And remember, Snyder Cut was mostly pushed through by the AT&T people. Like that was an AT&T decision. Warner Brothers did not want to release the Snyder Cut. They tried hard to fight against it, but they were overruled by Warner Brothers. That's why, if you notice, Warner Brothers to this day tries everything they can. Well, the old regime did anyway to kneecap the Snyder Cut.
Tony Emmerich and Toby Emmerich.
Old regime.
Like, why do you think? Literally the night before Snyder Cut came out on digital, a article conveniently dropped.
No, it was after that.
It was the night before.
It was a couple of days afterwards that the article came out saying it was.
No, I was pretty sure it was the night before.
Hold on. Hold on. You're comparing a smear campaign to a preemptive press release. There is such thing as a smear campaign. Now, after the Snyder Cut came out, there was a smear campaign that lasted about 2 months.
I'm talking
But
about
what
I'm talking about
happened,
the
Nick?
digital release.
What happened, Nick, is that the movie came out, and then like the weekend it came out because it came out on like a Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is when the Warner Brothers article came out calling it a trilogy, saying Snyder has completed his trilogy. I know because I was really covering this.
Yeah, because and that's what I'm saying. Like everyone's acting like, oh wait, it's a trilogy now. It's a trilogy. They've been calling it since a trilogy since it dropped HBO Max. Is like Warner Brothers. They're like, oh, he's finished his trilogy. Hey, look, guys, he's got his trilogy now. They've been doing this. Like,
Which here's the thing, though, if it ends, it does tell a complete story. Don't get me wrong. I want the other two movies.
It's a trilogy in post hoc only.
Yeah.
It was not intended to be a trilogy. It was not billed as one. They're basically saying it so that they say, oh, he's got his trilogy. He's got his trilogy.
And by the way, Brown brings up, if anything, more normies are becoming Snyder fans every day on YouTube. Because if you look at whenever anyone reacts to like the Snyder cut alone, they're like, can we get more of this?
Oh, remember that one segment we did, I think like a few months to a year ago, where like I brought up where like I watched this video where like Marvel fans watched Man of Steel and they loved it.
Didn't you tell me? Yeah. Didn't you tell me you were like at a comic book store event?
Oh,
Had tables in front, and they started talking about the Snyder cut. And, this is when I knew Nick was cool. The first time I interviewed him, he pops on. I'm wearing a Snyder cut hoodie, which I'm getting repaired. That has the emblems on the side, and he goes,
"It is well loved.
It is
a
well
loved hoodie."
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Their one blunder was BVS by making Batman from The Dark Knight Returns. I feel that was a little too grimdark for mainstream audience.
Counterpoint, yeah. Please, Nick.
And Jared, what I'm about to say, I guarantee you're going to agree with me. The problem with BVS was not Zack Snyder, was not the movie. It was, and Jared, I do forgive me, it was a fucking studio.
Well, yeah. And by the way, no, here's the thing what you have to realize. That's everyone expected Snyder would have this 10-year plan for like all these characters. And I'm like, no, it was like 5 years. And even Snyder said it's more like when you have like a comic book run that goes on for years.
I need to explain.
Go ahead.
So to elaborate, so anybody who's seen the Ultimate Edition of BVS will know.
Everyone here, except for Nick when I needed him to watch it. You had to. For those of you that don't know, when we were doing Snyder Saturdays and we were covering BVS, Nick watches the edition that loses a half hour.
By the way, I now own Batman Superman Ultimate Edition, so you can go suck it.
By the way, it's kind of funny about that. By the way, in the box,
I now own
edition,
Batman Superman Ultimate Edition.
Thank you.
So suck it.
So you own essentially, you just own the only version of BVS that exists. But anyway, what's kind of funny about that box art is that Wonder Woman is like in the middle, but she's in the movie for like 10-20 minutes. She's not in there for that long.
Yeah.
But anyway, so go on.
So
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
They basically cut off a half an hour from the movie, which basically made it a very jumbled mess of scenes. Mm-hmm. They did that so they could have more showings in the theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. It's like they took
was that
out
the one where they wanted to make the bonuses, or was that Justice League?
That was Justice League, and okay.
And Morbius.
And by the way, even Whedon, when he and I have to play this clip.
There you go.
Even.
Why did you say that name?
Even Super Douche wanted to delay the movie because he said, "I need more time for this." And Warner Bros. Was like, "No, if you got that pervert wanting to delay the movie, maybe you should. If the person that you came in to fix your movie tells you, mate, you have to delay it, maybe you should delay it."
I'm just gonna say this. It was studio interference.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, I'm gonna say it. It was studio interference. They were chasing trends. They were doing all this extra stuff and not paying a good story.
They were turning to MCU.
Mm-hmm. And they got what they fucking deserved.
Okay. You guys have had your one F-bomb of the stream. Thank you.
And thank you, JJheat, for not saying what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, I could have said it, but it would have been in poor taste.
But yeah, go check out various reaction channels. People that, by the way, Nerdette, Here's a good example. Even she said, "Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League is actually pretty good."
Oh, wow, that's pretty high praise from her.
When we were
Raga,
what's up, Droga? When we were reviewing.
Well done, sir. Well done.
When we were debating the Snyderverse, actually, I went on her stream to sort of clarify a few points of the Snyderverse because I've been on her streams enough, and they keep saying the same old misinformation, to use the term from today. So I went on there to clarify some stuff. And I clarified that Zack did not write these movies. Well, most of them. She said, "Which one did he?" Yeah, and Terrio. And she asked me, which ones did he write? And I go, the only one where he has a writing credit, where he actually was really in there writing, was Zack Snyder's Justice League. The one that you admitted is better, is good.
Wait, are you saying that the one that people consider to be the best of Zack Snyder's DC efforts is the one that he actually wrote?
Is the one he
Blasphemy!
co-wrote it. By the way, you know what else he has a co-writing credit on? Wonder Woman.
The first one or 84?
The first one. Obviously not the second one. The second one is Jeff Johns and Patty Jenkins.
I mean, let's be honest. The first movie has Zack Snyder's fingerprints all over it.
It is Zack Snyder's one. It's Patty Jenkins' movie, but it's clearly Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman.
It's Patty Jenkins' movie, but it's clearly Zack Snyder had a lot of influence on the movie.
Yeah. They cut that. They cut Clark. They cut the explanation that the wheelchair was lined with lead, so it doesn't look like Superman knew there was a bomb and didn't do anything. I know that they cut stupid. And let's not. By the way, we will do an entire stream at one point talking about the sheer. Here's my curse. Bullshittery that happened the early DCEU. We have to.
Here's
also,
what
you want to know my favorite scene in BVS?
What
is when Lois is in the guy's apartment and he's like, he bought groceries. Why did he buy groceries? And that is like the scene where everything just clicks into place. Like, I love that scene because it's just such a keystone to where all the plots everything makes sense.
Going off of that, when I went on Nerd Stream to debate Lois Lane with Robert, and we started debating the Snyderverse, I didn't know we were going to debate the Snyderverse too, but I always come prepared for that. I'm like, Batman. They were talking about how like Lois Lane does nothing in BVS, and I'm like, what do you mean? She solves the entire thing.
Now, Master Sergeant, I wouldn't say Whedon screwed up. I think he just ripped off Avengers 2012.
I will say, I will agree with the first part of this. He is an idiot. Because you know what he couldn't do? He's supposedly a geek, but he couldn't tell that the Justice League are different than the Avengers. I almost dropped an F-bomb on that.
Let's just say friggin' or frick or whatever we're fracking.
Okay, but anyway, the Bastich, to quote Lobo. But anyway, we can use comic book curse words. But anyway, it actually be on brand. But it's like, I told her, apparently the movie you like had the most Snyder involvement. So what does that say? I'm just gonna tell you that right there. Slag him. Nice job, Tevye. That's a good one. I like that. Yes, but okay. So before we get really crazy on this is really, so the problem with Shazam is that it wasn't marketed correctly as a family film, and guess what? That's what it is. It is a family superhero movie. And by the way,
Levi should have kept his mouth shut.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying that Shazam doesn't have friends? He has family.
True. It's all about family. But anyway,
the best part is they reference Fast and Furious in the film.
Oh yeah, that was
times.
so good. And by the way, in the whole movie, I'm not going to spoil it, but the point is that also Zachary Levi is not helping his case either. I mean,
no.
Well, let me put it this way. I like the parts where he said that, okay, I'm not bashing you if you're a Snyder fan or anything like that, or like, in other words, I like how he's now being nice Snyder fans, probably because he knows he needs a job. But Nick, you'll love this. Did you see the tweet where he said he wants to be in The Last of Us and he thinks that Last of Us Part 2 is better than the first?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I think ultimately Zachary Levi is based, and he's probably one of us. I've seen enough of his stuff to like. He says stuff that no normal person would say. You know, like his Game Awards comment about like DLC and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that was great. When he brings his credit card.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like he doesn't know whether he wants to say what he really feels like or if he wants to be face saving. Like I feel like he's like, first off, you can tell he doesn't have a publicist because no self-respecting publicist would ever allow him to say these kind of stuff. No. Any publicist in the right mind would literally take away his phone.
Or at the very least, tell him to shut up.
By the way,
because he has been so bipolar with like what he's been saying. He's basically doing the ultimate thing where he's pissing off both sides.
So this is going to be the T-shirt for SnyderCon that he teased, and he did confirm it is largely based on the. By the way, there's Inception here, but it is largely based on the design on that little infographic that showed his arc. So he did confirm that, and it's gonna be black and white with Jim Lee's inks. So I'm like,
I will concede this: either Black Adam should have been an anti-hero in Shazam 2, or the main villain.
Imagine if they announce that we're getting the Netflix series, but then we're also getting a tie-in comic drawn by Jim Lee and written by Zack Snyder.
It would never happen.
Here's what they could do.
No. That would sell gangbusters.
Nick, here's what they could do. Even if they bring him back for Netflix, let's say the Cell thing happens, still release it as a comic book. There's no reason not to at that point, too.
Hold on. I could top it. Written by Zack Snyder, drawn by Evan Van Sciver.
EVS hates Zack Snyder. That's not going to happen.
I'm gonna say this. EVS is talented, but he's no Jim Lee. I'm sorry.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
All right,
that's fair.
This is Evan Van Sciver. This is Jim Lee. I'm sorry. Jim Lee is objectively a better artist, but the chasm is not as wide as you think it is.
The artist that I could see doing the Snyderverse is Lee Bermejo, Jim Lee.
Lee Bermejo over Jim Lee.
Let me fit. No. In no particular order. Let's be clear. I'm not saying Lee Bermejo over Jim Lee. My picks are either Lee Bermejo, Jim Lee, Jason Fabok, or Greg Capullo.
See, here's the thing.
Greg Capullo.
Snyder Cut. See, the thing is, it can only be Jim Lee because a Snyder Cut comic book is marquee. Like, this is as premiere as it gets. You want the best. And I can maybe see Greg Capullo do it because, but Jim Lee is literally, I'm sorry, but Jim Lee is up there with Jack Kirby as far as greatest comic book artist of all time.
Yeah.
Is he Jack Kirby of our time?
If you couldn't get Jim Lee, Greg Capullo would be a very good close second. If you could get Jim Lee to do it.
But
here's something
I do feel like I don't think they'd have a problem getting Jim Lee to do a tie-in comic.
So, Variety reports, returning to our Victoria Alonzo thing, Variety reports that Victoria Alonzo was told that she could no longer do press for Marvel after she spoke out against Bob Chapek's stance on the Don't Say Gay bill.
Yeah,
she was told to shut up.
So here's the thing. The official reason they're giving is contract violation because apparently she has this film on Netflix that I mean not Netflix but Amazon that she did.
Yeah, it is.
And she was repeatedly in the marketing for it, and I guess it's up for an Oscar. That is just the official reason they're giving her. I'm sorry, but the timing is too suspect. The fact that
after Ant-Man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but you gave it away with the timing. It is clear that Marvel is in panic mode. Also, I've been watching a lot of videos like Clownfish TV, Midnight's Edge, and basically she got a promotion. But it was
continue.
Well, pretty much, but it was no extra pay but extra prestige. Basically, it was the kind of position to where when you're trying to fire someone, you fire them by promoting them, kind of thing. She was very clearly designed to be the fall person, and they broke that glass.
So going on to another story,
too easy
Disney content.
Too easy.
Here's another thing. So I just saw this. I'm not going. we're going to talk about the lawsuit as well because there's other stuff. And yes, Neon is awesome. I love clown
Neon
fish.
and Geeky Sparkles.
They are
Great
They're
people.
another
Please
group of
subscribe to them.
They're another group of YouTubers I want to have on the show sometime. I think that'd be really fun.
You need to reach out to them. They're pretty nice. They're pretty good about responding to stuff. You might be able to get Neon on here.
Yeah, I definitely will. So 12 ECU movies coming down to 3 Shazam movies, and that's who really cared about Shazam. Yeah, exactly. So here's something I want to say. So we're going to talk about the Acolyte lawsuit for Disney Star Wars, but also we're going to talk about the fact that apparently, according to a rumor, they've only filmed a pilot and a sizzle reel.
I think that's more out of contractual obligation. There's probably some contract stuff. But yeah, this thing's dead. I mean, honestly, it was
Pretty
always
much.
DOA. Because you got to remember, Acolyte is very much a Kathleen Kennedy project. It's set in the High Republic. You notice how anything High Republic just always fails? Like Quantic Dream is trying to do a High Republic game, and like that thing is just like a DOA.
No one cares.
It's almost like God himself is saying, "Don't do the New Republic." But another thing I want to bring up.
No, I gotta say this.
Yeah.
God's gonna set this one out.
Mm-hmm. Here's a feel good piece of news. So actually, what's interesting is that one of the editors for Kotaku, and by the way, what's up, Retro? We love you. But one of the editors for Kotaku, basically, so the individual who was in Mando in that really long Coruscant scene. So she made a comment about, again, calling Gina Carano a transphobe and everything like that. And apparently the actor got heat because everyone thought they were defending Gina Carano. Gina herself took to Twitter and said, do not attack this person. The person that wrote these words is the person that wrote these words is just upset. She's very angry or anything like that. In other words, Gina stood up for someone that's labeled as replacing her, which she's not, but you can't replace Gina.
You want to know, like, let's just I want to illustrate just how much of a class act Gina is. Gina didn't need to say this. She could have just been silent. She could have just said nothing.
Particularly
honestly,
after what Disney did to her.
No one would blame her.
She could have, no one would blame her, and she would have been fine. But the fact that she spoke up like this shows how we do not deserve her.
Yeah, she's fantastic. All right, but anyway, so now we're gonna get trust me, Ian, we agree with you on that one.
Dare to dream. Dare to dream.
All right. Before going further, can we address the endless Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired rumors? Because honestly,
she's not gonna get fired. She's gonna leave.
Step down.
Because like we all hear this. Like Doomcock is very famous for his endless, kind of thing.
I agree.
Like, I'm sorry, but until I see, like, he's actually resigned or like she's gonna retire. That's what it is.
Yeah, she's gonna sit on a good nest egg.
And by the way, I knew a lot of those rumors were BS because I used to watch Mike Zero, and every week there'd be she's getting fired this week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Actually, Brown Destroyer.
Back in the day, I did.
She was not an EST pick. She was a George Lucas pick. So basically,
the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah,
you were the chosen one.
So Kathleen Kennedy is a longtime producer for like a lot of the Steven Spielberg films. Like you'll see here in like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future. Like pretty much all the Steven Spielberg films. She was a producer. That's how she made her career. So basically, when the Disney deal was going through, George Lucas appointed her as CEO of Lucasfilm as a means to preserve his legacy, and that didn't work out too well for him.
She shit the bed.
I didn't know she was related to Amber Heard.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Too easy. Easy.
JJheat, you set me up for it. You set me up.
So Nick, actually, I want to ask you this. So do you want to review for the audience the Acolyte lawsuit? Explain to us what's going on with this.
So basically, there was this woman. She's a producer, and she had two different offers. Okay, basically, two different studios recording her. On one hand, you had Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm to work on the Acolyte, and on the other side was Apple TV. Yes, remember Apple has a streaming service.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, has
some good stuff on there.
They do.
I saw the trailer for that Tetris movie. I need to check it out. It looks really good.
I saw
but
a couple of episodes of C. Great.
Apparently, their animation is really good. Like, apparently, they have like really good animation.
Sell the Snyderverse to Apple.
Well, to be fair, if anything, it's looking like Apple's going to buy Disney. So,
Apple buys Warner Brothers from Universal.
oh, that's a whole other conversation about like Disney potentially putting themselves up for sale. That's an entirely separate conversation. But anyway.
I can see that in 10 years, but continue.
Mm-hmm.
So Apple basically was going to put her as producer on some stuff, which would have made her this woman. I can't remember her name. If anyone could look it up, that'd be helpful. The highest paid producer in Hollywood. But for some reason, she went to work for Lucasfilm and The Acolyte. I guess she was there for like 6 months, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we're actually not going to work with you. Here, if you want $5,000, you know, like a insulting kind of thing." They basically screwed her over, and so she's suing. And what's different about this lawsuit is normally these things are taken to arbitration, but there's a chance that this could go to discovery, and woo-wee, this goes to discovery.
Yeah, if that happens.
Oh, baby.
This is bad PR for Disney.
Now go back to Master Sergeant's comment, please.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, when the prequel trilogy was coming out, Lucas was going through a nasty divorce and was surrounded by yes men. To be fair.
Okay. Okay, so we need to kind of set the scene for this. Yes, Lucas made a mistake for Kathleen Kennedy, but like Master Sergeant said, on paper, Kathleen Kennedy was a perfect choice. On paper.
Because she had been with him
for years.
Practically the beginning.
Because apparently she has a history of being a really good producer for Spielberg stuff. You know, like, so she's not like some hack. She actually has done good stuff. Like, maybe her skill set wasn't good for a studio head, but she's probably one of the best producers of all time. You know, let's be fair. By the way, Tevia, good night. And this, you know, but like, sorry, I was kind of losing my place there. What was I talking about?
I brought you. Check the private chat. I brought you back on track.
Kathleen Kennedy being a good producer.
Yeah. And as far as George Lucas, I know like the jokey thing, like, oh, we fans, we pissed him off so much, he sold it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it.
To an extent.
Because remember, he was actually starting to develop the sequel trilogy. And remember, George Lucas was talking about like 12 films, like 9 films, as far back as the 80s. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the interview from the 80s where Mark Hamill was talking about how oh, you'd be ready to work on the sequel trilogy in 1999. You know, like there's always been talk about a 9-film trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. By the way, I just want to say one thing to bring up. This was a statement on the Film Junkie thing by Zack Snyder about the picture. He says there were some simple but obvious references inside of this image that we had fun creating. It's not super subtle, but it's also not super obvious. I don't think the fans have missed anything. And he mentioned again that he'll get more in depth on the image after SnyderCon.
Okay. I'm going to raise my percentage. It was at like 90% that we're getting new DC content. I'm raising it to 99% now. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, that all but confirms it. I'm sorry.
Explain. Elaborate.
Because if you no, let me just see if I have this straight. Zack Snyder said that he's seen the fans speculating about the poster.
I'll read the post again. Because
okay, read it again.
This is a quote by him. It says, actually, you know what? I'll share the screen and we'll read it together.
No, just read it to me. But
right.
you can share it if you want.
It says, there is some simple but obvious references inside of this image, the poster, that we had a lot of fun creating. It's not super subtle, but it's also not super obvious at the same time. I don't think the fans have missed anything.
Remember what I said about Snyder and surface level symbolism?
Yeah.
And how I said about the statue being rebuilt and how that statue is kind of emblematic of the Snyderverse. And 99%, he basically just went out and said it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
Snyderverse restored. I need to get feathers.
He straight up said, I don't think the fans have missed anything. Now, he could be referencing, and now, okay, I want to believe. I'm just trying
I'm gonna have to pick up feathers tomorrow. Or just before this. I'm gonna have to pick up feathers.
You may have to. I want to believe. I want to believe Nick has just been burned too much.
So just to kind of, I need to reiterate.
Yeah,
I made a promise to you guys that, basically as repentance for me being so harsh initially on this movement, as my way of saying sorry. If it gets fully announced, I will literally eat crow, and by that, I will buy black feathers, like black's kind of smallish feathers, and I will put them in my mouth on stream and kind of do a little bit of chewing.
And here's what you have to do: I will clip that, and you have to upload it to your channel as a video,
as a short.
As a short, you can do as a short. That's totally fine.
I agree.
If it happens, I'm gonna go on to Nerdette's actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I have this all planned out. She's gonna be doing a stream. And I'm gonna go, hey, I'm available if you want to send a link to me. I'm
being very PG right now.
Yeah, I'll come in and I'll go. So I just got some interesting news. They'll go, hey, what's up, Jared? And I'll go, oh yeah, they just announced that Snyder is doing DC stuff at Netflix, so suck it. I will basically go, F you, I was right. F you, I was right.
No, at that point, you need to actually say the words.
Yep. At that point. Come on. You gotta break the brain.
I don't really do it outside. But the point
Tell you what. We could do a really quick live stream on my channel, and then you can do it there.
I just don't curse. That's just not my thing.
But come on, if you're gonna do it, I think this would be the appropriate time.
Bless you.
No, thank you. But
I will
eat
eat crow
and I will go Nerdette, and I will go Tristan.
Be the bigger man.
The next time I predict anything, you might as well. I am Jared Damas at this point. I'm Jared Damas.
Once again, I shall be the bigger man.
You shall bow before my brilliance. The hierarchy of predictions has changed.
Are you saying you're a generous god?
I'm a generous god. Yes, exactly.
I knew you'd get that reference.
Yes, I am going to have the biggest chip on my shoulder for months up until like the last movie comes out. I will be like, I predict this.
Please put up what Master Sergeant just said.
Jared is like my wife. She won't say.
Master Sergeant, he just has one thing to say. That's nasty.
Wait. I think that is disturbing. Oh, man. That was awesome. Oh my gosh.
Bravo, Master Sergeant.
Jesus.
Bravo. That's something I'd expect from Nick. Bravo.
My best friend online too, but gee. I think that wins so far for best comment of the year on Comics League. Jesus.
I think Master Sergeant deserves a cookie.
Yes. Here to serve, and you've done it well. You know what, Master Sergeant? You just earned yourself a spot on any panel of your choice for a stream. Just pick it. Let me know. I'll send you a link and we'll do it. That is just...
Somebody give this man a cookie.
Someone get
this man a shield.
Master Sergeant's wife, give your husband a cookie.
Well, better yet, give him something else, but I'm going to leave it.
Kick him out the stream. Kick him out the stream.
Don't make it weird, Nick. You ruined it. You ruined it. That was the best. That was lit. This is literally the best. That
By
is
the way,
best
here,
comment ever.
I think you just found a new clip for your intro.
You You mean I replaced like the that to this? That would be so good.
Or add to it or something. I don't know. I think this is definitely.
I think
I don't know.
You know what, Nick?
I think my young
Okay.
Sheldon Damien casting was spot on. That was a good moment.
I'm calling this right now. When we go through like top 10 Comics League moments, this will be one of them.
This will be one of them. But
number 3, at least number 3.
By the way, here's the thing about you, your Damian Wayne. No one except us that was on that stream knows is the day we were talking about the young Sheldon Damian Wayne thing. This would be more natural. It's just us like bursting out laughing.
If that
I probably
happens,
will, honestly.
I give you permission to gloat.
Yeah. Oh, if anyone wants to clip this too and send it to me, yes, that would be great. If Master Sergeant ever comes on the channel, this will be his intro. Oh my gosh, that was thank you, Nick, for telling me to highlight that one because I almost missed that one. Jesus.
Even Courage approves.
Yeah, this is gonna be top 5 Comics League moments of all time. Like, oh geez. All right, last topic. We're gonna talk about so what like 5 characters do you think are the most wasted characters in comics? Hi, Courage.
Now define comic, like you mean the movies or comics themselves?
Comic books.
Okay, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Arsenal, Red Hood.
What?
What?
Where? Is that what the main threat is? The Black Lanterns? It would make sense if Green Lantern is going to indicate that, but what?
I'm sorry, but Black.
Too soon.
It's too soon. That is not something you do for your first one.
Wait, hang on. James Gunn, Black.
Maybe chapter 3. Maybe chapter 2.
You know who I would. Okay, let's play a game here. Who would you have be the villain for the first Justice League movie? My pick is Mongol.
Mongol. He is 100% that threat level.
Or the
Mongol
very least, the League.
Mongol / Warworld.
Mm-hmm.
Or the very least, the Legion of Doom. Very least.
If James Gunn had not used Starro, I would have just use Starro because that way you can recreate that cover in live action.
Yeah.
James
Gunn likes
James
to.
Gunn.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
He likes to jump the gun.
See, the other character I would say would be Vandal Savage.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Arsenal's trash. Yeah, nice. But Sprain Marvel. Okay, read the Brian Reed run back.
No. That was right. But it's Karen, Captain Karen.
Yeah, it has to be Captain Karen.
He literally has the haircut.
Yeah, she literally has the Karen and the Karen hair color too, not just the
wait. I gotta do this. She's got the cut. She's got the power.
Okay.
You've been holding in that one, haven't you, Nick?
You've been holding that. That's what she
for
said.
Too long.
That's what she said. So, my top 5 wasted characters are in the movie Superman because they don't use him enough.
It's been a while.
I'll do comics. All right. Steel.
Okay.
Tim Drake. Thank you.
Okay.
Mongol. They don't do enough with Mongol.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman.
Okay, Wonder Woman hasn't had a good creative team in years.
No, I know. They're wasting her. And by the way, Tom King, if somehow you're watching this, I have high hopes.
Please don't have high hopes in Tom King. I think we've all
learned our lesson. Don't give me hope.
Don't give me. I need that clip too. Jeez, there's so many clips of movies that I need, and probably Batgirl. No, actually, Barbara Gordon because they wasted her by getting her out of that damn wheelchair.
All right. So
go ahead, Nick.
Are you, Cassie Kane, Batgirl. It's going to be what I'm going to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Solomon Grundy. I feel like
yes,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
On the Monday.
He's DC's Hulk. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Zatanna, I feel like has really been underutilized in the past 10 years.
Don't worry, mate. I use her quite well. Don't worry, mate.
This stream has gone into many places.
Okay, so this is gonna be a deep cut. But Toro.
Oh yes,
Toro.
You don't know? Look it up. Look it up, Jared. Just look it up.
was the Human Torch's partner from the 30s and 40s. He is literally one of the earliest mutants.
Deep cut, man. Deep cut.
Wow.
Deep cut.
Okay, I see it. He's another flame person.
Yes, and he naturally had flame powers, whereas the Human Torch in the 40s was an android.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that version is in Captain America: The First Avenger.
Real? Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Dr. Phineas's marvelous creation.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
kind of a
definitely
blink
is.
and the miss it and you miss it kind of thing, but that is
Okay.
very much that version.
Okay, Batwing is so overly obscure. DC doesn't like using their magic heroes at all because it's too close to the Vertigo line. And Orion, the only real plot point you can use with Orion is having him take over for the throne of Apocalypse.
Which
That's
they
the only
did in
real-
Kingdom Come.
You can't really do too much with Orion because he's pretty much a complete character.
And Master
mean,
Sergeant loves Kane as Batgirl. There you
One
go.
thing you could do is you could concoct a story where he gets exiled to Earth, and then basically you have him basically as like a part of the Justice League. You know,
he did
'cause
that
basically-
in like the '90s JLA run. It was him and Big Barda joined the Justice League.
You're confusing him with Mr. Miracle.
No, he joined in Grant Morrison's run. He joined the League.
Okay.
what Marvel characters do you think are underutilized?
Mary Jane Watson,
Peter Parker. He gets crapped
Well,
on too
yeah.
much.
Mary Jane, Steve
Miles-
Rogers.
Miles Morales.
No, you're
Miles.
no okay. You're confusing underutilized with like messed up because Mary Jane is,
Okay.
is like there's literally a comic book series where she's teaming up with Black Cat. So and Mary
Okay.
Jane,
Underutilized.
Okay.
I'm not talking like where it's like they really don't use them as much as they should. I think that's the parameter we're talking about. Not like
Probably-
Okay.
I would
not
have
messed
to
up
say-
characters are done dirty. Like
Yeah, I
that
got
is
it.
not.
I got it. Let me see. Probably.
X-23. X-23.
She's Wolverine. So
But
yeah,
well, she's not Wolverine. She's X-23.
but the fact that the character is being utilized is what
Mm-hmm.
is it's. See, your guys are coming at it with like characters that are ruined or like bad.
No, not. I was saying you called her Wolverine. She's not Wolverine.
But we're talking about characters that are underutilized. The character itself is it's honestly more like you can make an argument that Logan is currently underutilized. But
I got it.
But
I got it.
Lauren, but I'm using their names to take away the titles. But like Lauren is being utilized more than Logan nowadays.
Brown
That you
Destroyer
can make an argument
says
for.
Blade and Legion are underutilized. True.
I got it.
Mhm.
Snowflake and Safe Space.
Can we kick him off the stream, please?
All right, so I got a whole team. I got a whole team that are underutilized gold mines right here. They're called the
Garrett,
New
don't do
Warriors.
it! Don't do it!
All the New Warriors. Have you heard?
Oh,
Have you heard of the wonderful person that has a magic backpack?
I thought you were gonna do the other
Screen
Marvel.
time.
Have you heard about the experimental internet gas?
Internet gas
And Brown
oh my
Destroyer
God.
basically summarized. Yeah, that's the stupidest, most comic book thing ever.
I'm sorry, you could tell that was written by a 47-year-old white dude because no one under 40 would ever even consider
Legion?
coming up with the idea of internet gas.
So you know how, like, for the longest time, people thought comic books were stupid? Internet gas is the idea that makes it sound like that person is right.
Now, there is such thing as internet gas in the real world. It's called copium.
True. Or, like, anytime Brie Larson sends a tweet
We're sure not talking about Mindy Kaling.
or Mindy Kaling.
Please, can we declare Mindy Kaling a why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name?
Can we put her on that list? Like we actually need to we publish that list at some point.
Yes, we do. And you know what we'll do? That'll be a Patreon exclusive. You can apply names to be on that they must not be named.
Wait, are you making an announcement right now? Are you saying that a Patreon is under consideration?
No. That'll be later. That'll be
Disappointed.
it's gonna be probably the end of the year was when I'm thinking of launching anything like
By
that.
the way, you need the clip of Bane from Dark Knight Rises saying, "That comes later."
Yeah. By the way, guys, would you guys be interested in the Comics League Patreon?
You merely adopted the dog.
So some of the things we've been
or
talking about, these are not like stuff that's actually going to happen. Is it okay if I do this?
Yeah,
here?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So this is just fielding ideas for people. I want to get their responses, and I'm just being very adamant. These are not stuff that will actually happen. These are just ideas. Some of the stuff we thought about is like at a $1 tier, you get access to the Discord. That one we might not do. But like one thing we had talked about doing is a movie night once a month where we get into the Discord and we basically kind of do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of thing where it's like me, Jared, JJheat, maybe another host. We watch the movie, we talk about it, and then like you guys in the chat comment and respond to it. So like let's set like we could watch
Justice League. By the way, speaking of which, I have an announcement about that, by the way.
Okay.
On Sunday, I'm doing the Justice League watch party.
I love
I got to because next week is the April Fool's stream.
So let's finalize what we're all doing. So I think we're doing
Wait.
a movie.
I have to review the rules. The rules are we have to take a piece of utter garbage that
now,
came
it's a
out,
movie and a comic book, right?
movie and a comic book run. We have to defend it like we're a fan of it. So for those of you to get an idea of how stupid this is, I have to defend the crappy alternate reality version of Justice League.
Like no matter what we say, we have to say something positive. Like we can say,
Except, wait.
we can say, I like how the carpets are blue.
Here's the thing, though. On my stream on Sunday, I can say whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna be tearing this thing apart. But okay, so the way it works that for about 5 to like 10 minutes, we have to act like we're the biggest fan of this movie. After that, there will be a period of like unloading on this thing, full release.
Unlimited
power. So Nick, either you guys can vote on this, has to watch Captain Marvel or Matrix 4.
I thought we decided on watching Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I want to see what the people. Do you want Nick to talk about the Matrix 4 and have to defend that?
Remember the last time you took that gamble, Jared?
No, hey,
Hold
last time
What
he has to discuss it.
What comic book am I reading though? Which comic book do I have to do?
I think you have to read the one where Norman Osborn has sex with Gwen Stacy. Is that the one I decided?
Original Sin? Come on, that's too cruel.
No, but is that the one I had to give to him? I'm doing Justice League, dude.
I'm out.
Let me put it this way. All right, we'll decide it now. JJheat, what comic is Nick reading?
I can't make him read Original Sin, man. I can't make him do that. That's too cruel.
In terms
That's
of my
too cruel.
reading, I have to read
No,
not the
we
entire.
decided. No, me and JJheat are deciding it. We decide your fate.
Okay.
JJheat,
The one thing I have to say, it has to
Oh.
be something that I could conceivably read between now and and next week.
Okay.
Oh,
Heroes,
he has to
Heroes
read
in Crisis.
he has to read the Flash tie-in comic for Justice League. The one where Ezra is changing into the Flash costume, buck-ass naked.
That was a cover, and I read the first issue. I liked it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How about this? Brian Michael Bendis Superman run.
No,
I can't read the entire run. I can read the Man of Steel miniseries. I can't read the entire run, dude.
You are going to read the first story arc of Astonishing X-Men.
No!
I
By
read
Joss
that.
Whedon.
You
that.
madman!
I have the trade.
Okay, fine. You are reading the first story arc of Buffy Season 8.
No.
But I can't get the requirements. It has to be Marvel or DC because I have the streaming service for those. Because I can't get and then read that between then. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing.
Have you read wait, actually isn't like the Ms. Marvel one actually like somewhat decent?
The Ms.
Avengers
Marvel,
Avengers
I
200.
love it. Avengers 200. Oh God.
What about like one of the Captain Marvel reboots? No, Secret Wars 2.
Oh no.
Okay, he has
right.
to read Secret Wars 2
right.
and defend it.
I'm doing Secret Wars 2, then oh no.
Oh my god, that's great. That is great.
You guys suck. You know that? You guys suck.
Ah! That's
By
what
the
she
way,
said.
why did I hire you people to co-host with me? You guys are brutal assholes.
Hey,
Now, Nick,
hey, in our defense, or
You
in my
considered
defense,
original sin.
remember,
That's fair game.
you are a brutal bastard when we did those Let's Plays. So you're not innocent either, buddy.
now here's the thing, Nick. Here's the fun part. We get to decide what JJheat is reading.
And
Bring
you
it on.
haven't decided. I think. Wait. So I'm doing. So just to be clear, I'm doing Captain Marvel and Since Past.
Do you want to? All right, let me
no.
see. JJheat, are we staying on Sin's Past? No,
No,
he
I
has
can't-
to read. He has to read Avengers 200.
Compared to Sid's Past, that's a mercy. At least it's one
What's Avengers
story.
200?
That's the one where
don't
Captain
spoil- don't
Marvel
spoil the-
essentially has sex with her own son.
Oh, actually, Jared, what's the Ultimate Avengers arc where it's found out that Pietro and Wanda are having sex?
I think that's Ultimates Volume 1, Volume 2, maybe.
No, it's not Volume 1 because of Volume 1 and actually Volume 2 were the ones by Mark Millar, which were actually pretty decent. I think it's arc 3.
What's that one Ultimate storyline that like people hate?
Ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Oh, if you no, you already locked it in. I'm reading Civil War 2.
Oh, you're like okay. Just focus on the fact that you don't want to read Ultimatum.
But trust me, I hate Civil War 2, so it's gonna be really fun.
What if JJheat reads Ultimatum?
Now that's
I've
now
read the
that's-
worst of the. I've read the worst of the worst. What else you got? You got to put something harder than that.
All right, so JJheat, while Nat considers it, are we really gonna make him read Sin's Past?
I'm really want to give him an out. I wouldn't make my worst enemy read Sin's Past.
But what's the alternative, though? We have to give him an alternative.
I mean, to
One
be
more-
fair, this is
one
all
more
about
day.
like.
One more day.
No, I'll do Sin's Past because this is all about cringy and whatever. It's in the spirit of the event, so that's fine.
Oh, did I mention that there's a scene where you see Green Goblin's O face? That was worth it. That was worth it. Justice. Yes, we're doing it. You're reading that comic. That reaction was enough to sell me. You're reading that, dude.
You poor bastard.
Actually, it's kind of funny. Civil War 2 might actually be enjoyable for me because I hate Captain Marvel. I lucked out.
So, what are we gonna have JJheat watch and read?
Oh, well,
Good luck.
watch. There's got to be something really, really horrible we can make him watch.
We could make him watch. Trying to think like, the Wonder Woman pilot with Adrian Pilecki.
No, he has to watch Wonder Woman 1984 and defend it.
No,
Actually,
no,
Too easy.
no, that's too easy. And that one actually, there's some good parts of it. So
And it has to be one that he could conceivably get. In other words, that he has access to.
Spider-Man 3.
There were some enjoyable parts of that.
There's a lot of enjoyable parts of Spider-Man.
Okay, fair. Crap.
Fan
Because like
Four
that's
Stick?
on.
Excuse me?
Fan 4 stick?
No. Fantastic Four 2: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
That was not that bad. Other than Galactus.
No, you haven't
wasn't
heard.
that
You
bad.
haven't heard the addendum. You have to justify Galactus being a cloud.
Oh, come on. That's impossible.
No,
You know
that
what?
like literally that
All right.
if you don't do that,
No.
you will have not you will have failed the challenge.
And by the way,
I'll take
Nick,
the L. No.
Wait. So technically, Nick, since we're picking it, you're doing that. That's specifically what you have to defend.
Oh no!
I failed
No.
the challenge. Consider me forfeit. Nope, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Ooh,
Oh,
no. Oh.
Okay.
You
You're-
bastard.
No. Even better. Shazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
There was a Shazam movie starring Shaquille
And
O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Where he's a genie. He's a genie.
Oh, Kazam.
But that's
Yeah.
not a comic book. It's not a Marvel DC property.
I gotta say, Steel is actually somewhat enjoyable. Like, I'll be honest with you. I actually
Oh, it's
watched that as a
bad,
kid.
but it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It's not like Spawn, which is actually really good.
Oh, Spawn's a masterpiece.
So,
Which,
I
by
have
the
an
way,
idea.
that will be our next movie night as soon as we're done with Animatrix.
What if we have like a challenge portion where like certain aspects of the story we have to justify? Like, for example,
With Justice League, I have to justify the entire movie.
Pretty much.
You have to put out the argument. You have to come up with a somewhat decent argument about why Justice League is better than the Snyder Cut.
Okay, now you're just trying too hard.
No, but
Spider-Man.
Nick, it's funnier if you have to go on for 5 to 10 minutes positively reviewing the project, and then you can unleash holy hell on this thing.
No, but like like we're trying to be cruel here, guys. We're trying to be cruel. You know, like
No, Nick, you're limiting my challenge. I'm not doing. No. The only person that has to do that is JJheat. Because we picked the project that he.
You guys are missing the great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You can also lay a challenge on me.
Hold on, Nick.
Wait.
One of you will have to defend the entire Krakoa arc.
No, you guys are missing kind of the point here. What we're like, for example, my focus could be about why when Stacy's sleeping with Norman is a good thing, like a certain thing we focus on. You know,
here's what you're watching: the first Wonder Woman TV movie. Oh no, I got it. JJheat, you are positively reviewing the old Supergirl movie.
What about the Nick Fury movie with David Hasselhoff?
No, it has to be the Supergirl movie because that is so bad and notoriously bad that it torpedoed all female-led superhero movies.
See, the thing is, Supergirl actually has somewhat decent effects, and I will argue the actress who plays Supergirl, like acting-wise, she does a role pretty good. So there are positive aspects to that movie.
I'll raise you Supergirl for this.
Oh, actually, that'll be a lot better. You have to review positively Gotham Knights.
No. He has to positively review Batwoman.
We have a winner. In terms of content, you are positively reviewing Batwoman then. All right. What
Season 2. Season 2.
Ooh. What comic is he doing? I think he's still gone. Jesus. What comic is JJheat doing? And by JJheat, yeah, you're doing Batwoman Season 2, dude.
JJheat, can you hear us?
You're doing
You're
Here's
doing
another
Batwoman
option.
Season 2.
You bloody bastards.
I'd argue Catwoman is a so bad it's good movie. Like, it is just so, like, oh my god. I've seen that movie.
I watch that. I defend that movie with Haley Bailey alone.
I have another thing, Nick. Okay, Captain Marvel's an option, but JJheat, how about if we have Nick argue that the theatrical cut of Daredevil is better than the director's cut?
You do realize that, like, that's the cut that I had the most experience with, and I can actually make a good argument for that.
Oh no,
I can like
God damn it.
so, like, actually, legitimately do like the
Elektra. One
Too
of you
easy.
has to watch a review Elektra positively,
Too
easy.
easy.
and it can't be about how Elektra's hot.
But Jennifer Garner's hot.
And there's no other redeeming qualities of that film. I can't stand that. I can't bullshit for 5 minutes.
If only we could do scripts, because then I tell Nick he's reviewing the Wonder Woman script by He Who Must Not Be Named.
JJheat, you have to positively review the Birds of Prey TV series.
That's actually not that bad.
That was pretty
really.
good.
Ah, crap.
How about the movie, the Birds of Prey movie?
Okay, that's outlawed by the Geneva Convention. We're cruel, but we're not that cruel.
God damn it! It's just we're limiting our punishment.
JJheat has to positively review Obi-Wan.
I could do that.
There are some good qualities of that show. What are you doing, Nick? You're giving stuff that's too easy.
Okay, trying to.
You have to argue that the Resident Evil movies are Zack Snyder's Justice League level quality.
Oh my God! The what? Oh, here's the thing. Lance Hendrickson died. I don't want that. I don't want this.
No. Not the show. The movies with Mia Jovovich.
Well, there's positive aspects to that, so
including Mia Jovovich. So, like, come on.
Including that. That's true. I just watched the last one today.
I'm trying to think of like a disaster of a movie that I could.
You have to positively review episode 3 of The Last of Us.
I played the game. So, come on, give me a challenge.
No. He has to pop. No.
How about this?
No. JJheat, you have to positively review the entire series of Y the Last Man.
I don't even have access to it. I wouldn't even know where to find it.
Yeah, you need to actually give him something he has access to.
Wheel of Time? Well, okay, no, we're not touching that.
Not a whole book series. So
okay.
No.
How about this? How about this? I just positively review Velma.
Rings of Power.
But you can. Again, the visuals are pretty.
Rings of Power is just crap.
And JJheat, you don't get to pick. It's me and Nick.
I'm giving you options. Like, come on.
The thing is, Velma could have been an option, but because he suggested it, it's now off the table. So,
or how about this? We can add an addendum. You have to take something we love and rip it to shreds.
Okay, okay. So we each pick something the other loves and rip it to shreds.
No.
I am going to rip. I am going to rip to shreds Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Wait. Shouldn't that be me?
No, we have to do it because because the thing is the best part is we're insulting something someone else loves. Like, for example, you guys, like you guys would rip parts something that I love.
No,
and we would rip parts of the...
dude, you took. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying I would have to bash Zack Snyder's Justice League. You have to bash the Matrix. JJheat has to like bash Spawn.
No, but I don't think you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. So. Obviously, you love Zack Snyder's Justice League. Imagine me, like, just roasting it to your face, and then
I do that all the time. I go on the Nerdettes channel, though. Or
like you roast Matrix or Top Gun or Tron Legacy. You rip those movies to me.
To be fair, Tron Legacy is pretty easy to roast. The remakes are at least.
Again.
Don't you freaking start.
Yeah, exactly. JJheat, that movie's a treasure. Stop it. But and by the way, yeah, again, if I wanted to go on a stream and listen to people bash Zack Snyder's Justice League, I go on that stream. All
right, then we won't do that aspect of it. We won't do that aspect of it.
All right. But okay, so we
still need to decide JJheat what JJheat's doing though.
Yeah, we need JJheat.
I am untouchable.
I think we decided he's going to do Batwoman. Season 2. Yes.
That all you got? That's your best option?
What about season 9 of The Flash?
I'm telling you, Nick, I have some options that would. I have the trump card, but you keep telling me that's too brutal.
What is it?
I'm telling you, make him watch and possibly review Birds of Prey, including the Cassandra Cain portrayal.
Okay.
All right, that's what you're doing. You're watching and possibly reviewing Birds of Prey.
Okay, it's a good post-breakup story. Should have had Poison Ivy in it. Cassandra Cain. No.
You're doing it next week. You're doing it next week.
What about Batman Forever? Or Batman and Robin?
No. It has to be Birds of Prey. We've agreed on that. Now, what comic is he reading?
Be in. Okay. Batman and Robin, 1997.
No,
he has to read I Am Not Starfire.
Okay, a crappy YA.
No, you have to positively review it.
Again, it's a crappy YA novel.
You have to act like you're the biggest. Who wrote that book? You have to act like you're the biggest Mariko Tamaki fan, and that you think it's like one of the greatest.
Okay,
you have to act like it's Chuck Dixon quality.
No. Last Son of Krypton. He has to justify why gay John Kent is a good idea.
Son of Kella was just boring.
No, that would be Tevye. Tevye has to agree that.
No,
Tevye would have to argue that older John Kent is better than younger John Kent.
No, I give that to. Wait, you said Tevye or Teladia?
I said Tevye.
Okay, just
I mean,
wanna
we're
make
not
sure.
having
And
Tevye on the screen,
Pika,
but yeah.
Pika would have to agree, would have to argue that it's okay for comic book movies and adaptations to change the source material. Because anyone that's been on the stream with him in the chat knows that's like his pet peeve.
Okay, all right. If you're gonna
What's
make Tevye do
Taladia
that,
doing?
if you're gonna make
We're
Tevye do,
not making Tevye do it. We're not.
No,
That
I
would
said
just-
Taladia.
Or whatever.
oh, come on, that'd be gold. He'd be
That
ranting
would be,
for
that would
30
be gold.
minutes.
That'd be awesome. We'll do it. We'll do it the next time he's on a panel.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no. By the way, if Talati is on the panel, his show is Gotham Knights.
Yes, 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 yes. If he's on the panel, we won't even tell. We'll see if he forgets it's the April Fool's thing, and then we'll just spring it on him.
What would be his comic book run though?
Oh,
Oh,
God damn it.
oh.
Well, Taladia. No,
He's like, no, Nick.
no. Well, guess what? It has to be something you hate and something you wouldn't do. So I guess that's what you're doing.
Congratulations.
don't show
You had the
up-
posi-
And if you don't show up, you have to post a video talking about how much you like it.
Oh.
So either do it
Someone's
on my
throwing
stream
down
or
the-
do it on your channel. It's gonna happen eventually.
Did you just throw down the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yes, I did. Now, okay, so what comic book? Okay, just to review
Hold
for
on.
me.
Hold on for Taladia. Superman Red and Blue.
No, the Superman story by John Ridley where he is raped in prison.
That's Superman Red and Blue.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure about that. So, just to review, I'm doing Justice League and Civil War 2. I can't believe I have to say that.
Mhm.
God damn it.
I'm doing Captain Marvel and Sins Past.
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that to yourself. You're
Okay, you
don't-
know what?
you're
He
better
has
than
to
that.
act. You have to act like Superman 4 is a Zack Snyder quality movie.
Oh, come on,
You have-
quit. Okay,
He has
no,
to act
no,
like
no.
Nuclear Man is the greatest villain ever. Like
And
No,
he
this
needs
needs
to
to
be
be
than
adapted
Heath
into
Ledger's
comics.
Joker.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on. This needs to be said.
Linda
Quest for
Harrison
Peace
was
is the
pretty
dog
sure.
shit of comic book movies. I would even feed my dog that shit.
No, you have to talk about how it's a good idea for Superman to throw a net full of nukes into the sun.
Wait, if JJheat, if you don't like it that much, why don't we make that your movie?
Yeah, we can make it your thing, dude.
I would much rather.
Congratulations!
I
Wait.
would much rather read Countdown, watch Velma, and binge Rings of Power than ever touch Quest for Peace.
Well, congratulations. You just made an excellent justification of why we're giving you Superman 4.
No, granted,
notice- You notice this is exactly why I haven't said anything about the quality of any of these projects.
See, I thought JJheat was playing the game smart. Like, everything he said, he's like, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, I thought he was being smart.
And then you
but
just
he-
had this violent reaction. So we're like, why are we not going to do that? Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. So to change this, you're doing Superman 4, dude. Because to give you an idea, Justice League is the Superman 4 of my movie experience.
Actually,
Superman
be-
4 makes Justice League look like the Dark Knight.
No, actually, Superman 4 makes Justice League look like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Even
Well,
that's
in my
an
defense,
understatement.
Taladia, you haven't put a comment in here this entire stream, pretty much.
not to mention, all I said was I wouldn't warrant Superman 4. I never said I hated
Nope,
it.
same thing.
No,
I never said
no.
I hated it. Okay,
You're
now
doing
you're using
Superman 4?
Okay,
what
by
does
that
Snyder Queen have to defend?
by that logic, I have to rip on Rings of Time, but Wheel of Time. By that logic,
No, okay. So your comic book run, JJheat, is
okay.
let's see. What's like the worst Marvel storyline of all time?
Hold on.
Nick.
So many.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man. You're okay.
Uh,
Terry
yeah,
McGinnis.
No, dude. You have to defend Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver banging in the Ultimates.
Okay, Twincest. All right. Game of Thrones. Case closed.
No, okay, JJheat, stop doing it here.
Okay. Let's see here. I was gonna say Clone Saga, but that's too long.
Yeah,
like you
we
can't
talk about
reasonably
that too.
expect them to read through the entire Clone Saga.
When it collects
That's 5
like,
omnibuses long.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on,
like,
man.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
What's like the worst? I gotta think of what's like a absolutely egregious storyline. That
I've
was in-
seen some bad comics. You cannot break me.
You have to act like the New Warriors are the best team in all of comics.
Well, to be fair, that storyline they never released it, so it's kind of
God damn it. Yeah, that's true.
You can't break me when it comes to comics. I've seen some bad movies, but you can't break me.
No, I got it. You have to read and positively review, like act like it's the greatest comic of all time. Amazon's Attack.
Okay, women empowerment attacking the U.S. government, an allegory for George W. Bush.
I'm gonna mute you now, so you can't like get it out of the way.
No. He's playing the game really well. I respect his hustle.
No, but the whole point is you have to wait until the April Fool's stream.
No. Here's the thing: we must break him. We broke him with Superman 4. Now we must break him with the comic book. We must find a way.
It's true. We're gonna. Because trust me, Civil War
I must
2
break you.
I must break you. Yes.
No, thank you. By the way, that's what she said.
Hey, whatever you and your girlfriend do in your bedroom is honestly you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good.
Hey, y'all keep bringing it up. I'm clean. My hands are clean.
I'm surprised you didn't drop it. That's what she said in the Master Sergeant's comment from earlier.
I'm a man of class. Thank you very much.
Let's see. I got it. X-Men 3.
Okay, that's not a bad movie.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, Dark Knights 2. No. All-Star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. You have to act like that is the greatest Batman story ever told.
I actually like that story.
Hold
I
on,
like that story.
No. Allegory for Batman.
He kept unmuting his mic.
What else you got?
Yeah, but okay.
I've seen
JJheat, stop reviewing it now.
You can't break me when it comes to comics.
All right, let's introduce a special rule for JJheat. He has to review one movie and one TV series.
No, he has to do 2 movies.
Okay, what's my second movie? You already got me for Superman 4. What's my second movie?
Quick, Nick, let's trick him into going on a rant about another movie. That worked really well.
You know, you could have just muted me. That way I wouldn't hear your whole plan.
I know. But trust me, there are ways to make you to break you.
What about the X-Men pilot? What about the Justice League pilot from the 90s?
I wouldn't even be able to find that. What is that, like on CW Seed?
You might have to say high seas.
And Spider-Man X-Men 3 was a bad adaptation of the Phoenix Saga. I'll give you that. But as a movie, it's just mid.
You have to defend this.
Okay, screen share it.
I am. Hang on. You have to watch an episode of this show. Find it and review it.
How am I supposed to find the original Wonder Woman series from the 1970s?
Guess what it's called? HBO Max.
I actually have an HBO Max account, and I'm not able to find that anywhere. I'm literally pulling it up right now, and I cannot find it.
What about
series?
What about the Doctor Strange movie? What about the Doctor Strange movie from like the 70s and the 80s?
There was a Doctor Strange movie in the 70s and the 80s?
Yeah, it was like during when they're doing like the Hulk run. Like because oh my god, have you actually seen some of the suits? Because like there's an Iron Man, there's a Daredevil, there's a Thor.
I got it. You have to defend the 90s Captain America movie.
Wasn't that just a one and done and it was completely half-assed?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to act like that's Winter Soldier quality.
Come on, man. That's not even a that's not even a challenge.
Oh, god damn it. How do we break him?
We must break him.
He is unflappable. Batman
Correction.
Robin?
Hold on. Spider-Man 3. Okay, correction. Superman X3 is a bad adaptation of The Cure.
Joss Whedon's story.
Okay, by the way, and I appreciate you, YouTube, to pronounce the adaptation correct. Okay, I respect that, Spider-Man. I respect that. They tried to cram the Phoenix Saga and the Cure into one story. All right, I got one right and I missed the other, but I appreciate the respect. I appreciate it.
Do you guys want to see what Iron Man looked like on TV in 1978?
Go ahead.
And by the way, what's Snyder Queen reviewing positively? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was Iron Man in 1978.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like a condom.
He's Condom Man. So, what's Snyder Queen positively?
You still never.
No. I got it. What Snyder Queen has to become for the duration of that stream a super wonder shipper.
Come on, man. That's just petty.
She has to be a Wonder Bat shipper.
No, she's already a Wonder Bat shipper.
By the way, for April Fools, you have to justify Wonder Bat.
Wonder Bat, 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 Wonder Bat.
And that's easy. I could just say that, like, yeah, they work together, and Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman at times it gets into relationships that are too bad for her, but that's besides the point.
Jared,
so you admit Wonder Woman has a poor taste in men?
Show my screen.
Except for when it comes to Superman.
This is Thor from the Hulk, one of the Hulk movies.
Hulk Returns. I've actually seen that. It was one not bad for its time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's crazy, like, yeah, because remember the Hulk TV show in the 70s, 80s was huge.
Yeah, highly acclaimed.
Nick, I'm not doing Wonder Bat because I'm already reviewing Civil War 2.
Wonderborg.
Fun fact.
If you'd rather have me do Wonder Bat, I can do that.
Fun fact. The very first Stan Lee cameo ever was in Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
That was the very first Stan Lee cameo.
Taladia. Okay, now Taladia's just trying to start. Wonder Bat for life.
Okay, Taladia, here's your comic. You have to become a super wonder shipper for this stream.
Hold on. I'm telling you, Jared, Linda Harrison Wonder Woman is the worst superhero movie ever made. Really? Linda Harrison? Come on, that's a Tuesday for me. What else you got?
Jesus. Let me see.
Well, actually, yeah, that might be what we do is we have to have him justify like really bad kind of things.
But I could do it easily.
That may be a regular segment on Comics League.
But yeah, Brown Destroyer. Hold on, pull his comment back up. Brown Destroyer, I commend you, but I've seen some bad movies and worse comments. I do not break easily. They caught me slipping with Superman 4. I will give them that. But
you have to make a justification of why Constantine is literally the worst character ever.
Simple. He's a man whore. He's a degenerate. He screws over everyone around him. He constantly pisses people off. He sells his soul to demons. Piss off the devil.
Your comic. You have to explain in detail about why Zatanna is not attractive.
I didn't know he could unmute himself.
Toxic relationship, daddy issues.
No, you have to explain why she's physically not attractive.
Now, why would I say I'm straight?
You have to explain why.
No, I got it. He's got to talk about why Son of Kal-El is the greatest Superman comic of all time.
It was boring.
No, you have to talk about how it's the most exciting thing in the world.
Okay, representation.
You can't do it now, JJheat. What are you doing?
How about we just kick him off that episode?
No, no, we all have to participate. If I'm suffering through Justice League and Civil War 2, and Nick is doing the story that basically turns Norman Osborn into a pervert, yeah, you're participating.
Okay, all right. You know what? Original Sin. Let's go. It was an internship attraction.
I'm doing Original Sin.
Stop it!
I'm doing Original Sin, bro.
No,
internship.
You are.
Let's knock it off.
Stop it! This is really getting annoying. Stop it.
It might not be his fault.
Exactly.
What? Oh, what about the Wonder Woman run where she lost her powers and opened a hair salon?
Isn't that the one where Artemis becomes Wonder Woman for 15 issues?
But she was
No,
hot
she's
as
still-
Wonder...
no, I think it was in the
that's the one
70s.
where Wonder Woman was in the really hot biker outfit.
No, I thought it was like the white bell bottoms. That was in the 70s.
No. That was in a different run. She's lost her powers a lot.
Yeah, multiple
No, but
times.
I'm talking about the
Multiple
70s
times.
run where she
No,
lost her powers and
yeah.
she's kind of like the secret agent kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was that the Perez run?
No,
No,
that was the
late
that was
80s.
the
Perez run was like late 80s, early
Danny
90s.
O'Neill run.
Okay. O'Neill. Okay. Hold on. Who's afraid of the Diana Prince movie from 1967? It's awesome. It's awful. I've actually seen that movie with my cousins, my older cousins. It wasn't that bad. An appealing actress, mediocre movie, but still very appealing. Brown Destroyer. Cannot be broken.
You have to watch the ISIS show, the superhero ISIS show from the six. I think it's like the 70s.
The
And
one
we're
that
not back with the
wait.
terrorists.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's a
No.
superhero character. It's like an Egyptian thing.
Yeah, Black Adam's wife. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, she had a show before Wonder Woman.
And she was
Which is
actually kind of a bit of an idol.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a bit in poor taste due to the sensitivities of the internet now? Since most people don't even know about ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, the show is called The Secrets of ISIS.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's kind of in poor taste. I mean, people can misconstrue it for the terrorist organization. It's just in bad taste.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, though.
Let me see. Let me pull up HBO Max.
By the way,
and pick something really crappy you have to watch.
Just real quick, share my screen real quick.
Ooh.
I'm sure it's a good show. I'm just worried about the brand. I don't want to risk.
I guess
No,
she
please don't.
looks like she teamed up with Shazam because they were doing a Shazam show at the time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. You have to. Oh no! You have to positively review and You have to act like it's a great, fantastic thing. The first half of the Killing Joke movie. Why it really brings the movie together, and you can't
Direct continuation.
No.
Barbara's attraction.
Are you doing this?
I could do this all night.
Hey, what's up, Bell Rev? What's up? So,
Thank you, Bell Rev. Thank you. But as I was saying, Barbara's one-sided intern attraction. Bruce gives in the heat of the moment. The whole thing was contrived.
JJheat, stop it.
I don't think he can help it.
We're not going to do that. All right, so let's pick some. So basically, for those of you, we have to try. So for April Fools next week, we have to each review something that we absolutely hate and act like we're the biggest fan of it. I have to review Justice League and Civil War 2. Nick has to review the Captain Marvel and Sins Past. Jesus. And
I hate you guys for the record.
it was either that or Matrix, but you didn't want to do that. But and JJheat has to positive review Superman 4. Jeez, we got you this time, dude.
It's cruel and unusual punishment, but desperate times call for desperate.
Yeah, Wonder Bad is cruel. Thank you, JJheat, for saying that.
0 to 1. Y'all got lucky, and I was trying to make a point. Y'all used a loophole. Y'all used a loophole. I was making a point.
You want to use, brother?
Okay, you know what? All right.
Okay, 84 wasn't that.
She wasn't talking to you, a-hole. Honestly. Okay, who wants to take this because as a bonus?
I mean, I could be the bigger man and go ahead and claim this.
Because here's what I'm gonna do. If one of you takes on one of them 1984, you can knock off a comic or a movie.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You can trade and say, it's like if I said I didn't want to read, I don't want to watch Civil War 2 or Wonder Woman or Justice League.
Fine, I'll take 84. Take out Superman 4.
I veto that. I'm using my power of executive and say he can't take out Superman 4.
All right, rock paper scissors for it. Come on, on stream.
Okay, you get Wonder Woman 1984 and Superman 4. So congratulations.
No, that's not how this works. It's a swap.
Yes,
it is how
you know what? You know what's funny? Of the hierarchy of Comics League, Nick and I are your bosses, so we can pick that.
The hierarchy of power stays the same.
It's literally Why do you think we're like the top screens?
No,
What's the
Taladia
weather
already
like down
confirmed
there,
he'll take
pleb?
it. It's in writing. Taladia had already confirmed he'll take it.
Oh, Taladia's taking it. All right,
Okay.
that's fine. Taladia's gonna take the
Taladia
bullet.
has taken one for the team. I respect that.
And by the way, Bell Rev, if you would like to join us and review a movie that you absolutely hate, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know.
Mhm.
So we've reached an impasse, gentlemen. What else you got?
What's the second project that JJheat has? Because I feel like at this point we'll have to.
What about a game? What about a game for JJheat?
Can you defend Gotham Knights, JJheat?
Yeah.
I mean the CW show.
No. You have to defend. Okay, I got this. JJheat has to defend Superman 64.
Oh,
got him!
Too easy. Too easy.
You have to justify why he is the greatest game of all time.
Okay, Superman 64. Well,
Okay,
it created a lot of jobs. It created a lot of jobs.
No. Game. You can't say like what it did for the development for the devs. You can't say that.
JJheat, that's what we're doing. You have to justify Superman 64, the game itself.
I've never played Superman 4, so how can I rant on it?
Emulator, bitch.
Checkmate! Checkmate!
Emulator, bitch. Emulator.
Never played that.
Project 64. Download Superman 64 as a ROM. I'll send it to you.
That was literally before my time. You realize I was born in 98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's the oldest one here. He's the ancient one.
Wait, what's Doctor Strange got to do with this?
Yeah, exactly.
I knew that was in there. I knew that.
Hold on. And by the way, Taladia, Birds of Prey was not that bad.
The show one's actually not that bad.
JJheat, you have a PC, right?
Batman
Yes,
and
I have a computer.
Robin.
Do you have like
Arnold
controller?
Schwarzenegger and the Ice Age.
All right, everyone, chill.
JJheat, do you have a controller you use with your computer for like games or whatnot?
Just my keyboard.
Oh, that might be difficult, but it's doable. Because pretty much any computer in the last 10 years can emulate N64 games. And
I got it. No, I got it, and it's a comic book series.
Okay.
Okay, JJheat, do you have access to Marvel?
No.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, we got him! We got him!
You
Rob
got it.
Liefeld. Rob Liefeld was one of the greatest
Nope.
writers.
No.
There you go. We got it.
He tried to recover.
Because you know what's funny, Nick? That's one series that no one can possibly. Yeah, you're doing Marvel, a-hole. If I was to do Civil War, you know what's kind of funny? I lucked out in terms of the comic book thing.
Congratulations.
Let me
we got
if you give me let me finish.
No.
Let me finish,
No. You're not weaseling your way out of this one, dude.
How am I weaseling my way out? We're just having a conversation.
I know what you're doing. This is an elaborate plot so you could try to positively review Marvel so you don't have to review it. If you didn't spend a half hour positively reviewing everything we bring up, I wouldn't be doing this right now.
I'm sorry, but like
okay, the art's fantastic. Okay.
No, the art's not good.
Nothing you say.
Nothing you say. It's locked in, dude. Because you had that violent reaction when I brought it up, it's locked in.
How was that a violent reaction? I just took a breath.
Yourself.
You should have. You need more self-control, dude. And
look at him! Look at his body language. He's like, oh.
By the way, Bell Rev, I agree with you. Batman and Robin is better than Wonder Woman 1984. At 100%.
Okay, you know what? All right. I concede. Marvel is undefensible. It's tripe. The art is garbage. No.
No, you have to do it. You have to do it. That's the comic. And guess what? Oh,
he rage quit.
Well, guess what? That's his comic.
Oh my god!
If he doesn't, we're gonna hold this on over his head for the remainder of his time on Comics League. And I will bring it up.
Oh my god! He actually did rage quit.
Yeah, she did rage quit. I'm like, come on, JJheat, come on back. Come on back.
You still have to review Marvel, but he is welcome back.
You still have to, you still have to do Marvel before he came back. Jesus.
I think his internet was having issues as long as that's what it looked like.
Yeah, I was having technical issues, but as
sure you were.
hey man, it's 2 a.m. Like things are crazy at this time of
All
night.
right. And by the way, Bell Rev, if you want to come on the show, you're going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. That's what you're reviewing.
But where was I? Okay, Marvel. It's atrocious. You could really tell this was when he was falling off.
No. Save it until next week because the last 5-10 minutes is going to be you blasting it. Save it.
It's the literal definition of problem.
Save it. Save it. Down, boy. Down. Stop it.
Did you just call?
What?
Did you just call me boy, you son of a bitch?
No.
Hey, Jared knows his mother. Jared was born in wedlock. That does not apply to him. He called you an SOB.
Yeah. Okay. Let me be clear on this, dude. Save it until next week. Because then you can, there you go. But save it, because guess what? If you do that, it'll be way funnier. Because what I plan on doing, here's the way it's going to work. You'll take 5-10 minutes, review it positively.
Crap!
And
I
then
just realized, I'm not going to be here for next.
God
week's
damn
review.
it! I'll tell you what.
No. Here's what we're going to do. Me and you, Jared, we are going to pre-record my segment of where I review my thing, and then you can play that on the stream.
That's a good idea. Or we can just do that on the next time you're on Comics League.
But why drag it on? Why drag it out to
movie
two
night.
shows?
Because it'd be this is movie night. This is gonna be for movie night.
So we're not doing
movie night on
April
Saturdays.
It's gonna be the same day as movie night. We're gonna do 2 streams that week. Because April Fool's is Saturday.
Okay, here's the thing you need to realize. Okay. I'm doing a convention next week. All right. So if we shift movie night to 7, I can make it. But I can't do anything during the day because I'm literally going to be at a convention making money. I'm heading up north.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Movie night's on Sunday again, and then Comics League, and then our discussion about April Fool's is Saturday night.
Okay.
I want to do this on April Fool's Day.
I can only stream for about an hour because I promised Megan I'd take her out to dinner.
You can go first then.
All right. By the way, next week I will be in an entirely different location.
Oh boy. Okay, so here's the way this is gonna work. So we're gonna go one down the line where we're gonna positively talk about this. One of us will have a timer, and when that timer hits 10 minutes, we will say, "Okay, so Jared or Nick, what do you really think?" And then we just go straight into it and just tear this thing apart like it's paper.
That works.
That's the way it's gonna be. Because I think it'll be funnier. No, actually, you know what we'll do? I'll have the phone speaker up to here, and as soon as you hear the alert that the timer goes off, that's when you just turn on a dime. You can be mid-sentence talking about, and I really liked how the movie ended because this movie was so terrible.
That sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
Also, that stream will be on. I'm sorry, but that's going to be a stream where I'm sorry, Jared, but especially when I unleash, I'm going to curse.
As long as you don't drop an F-bomb, I'm good, dude.
Well, I get one F-bomb, so I'm going to use it wisely.
All right, you can have one. Okay?
But just know.
I get at least 2.
But just know, Jared.
JJheat, stop. It's not a low blow. He's still trying to get out of Marvel.
He's salty. He's salty.
No, but JJheat, you realize that the more you tell us you hate Marvel, that's just solidifying that we hit gold.
I'm just making a comment. Cause a lot of people would
just
say,
fight it all you want, brother.
Do it all you want because it's not going to change your condition.
Who says I'm trying to change it? I'm just saying I'll do it. I'll do what I'll give us the fans what they want.
You have to talk about Cal. You have to talk about Cal AOL.
I
don't even know what that is.
That's the name of Superman in that storyline.
Let it be known that JJheat is nothing if not a team player. Let's just let's give him some respect.
And if you try and weasel out of it, That you will be known.
He's not going to. I don't. He's
You're not going to. You're not going to. I know. You know.
Thank you,
Okay.
Spider-Man.
What I meant was it's like when you're saying when like someone's someone's acting up and you're like down boy, down boy.
Yeah. What I like.
I didn't
wasn't
mean
really,
it the other way. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it was kind of like I what Jared said. I don't think it was any like bad and whatever. I don't even think JJheat took it that way. Did
No, he was just joking around.
Remains to be seen.
But I do
he's holding that one in his
apologize if that
pocket.
went a little bit too far. I do apologize.
Anything that happened was unintentional. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah. So on that note, I don't owe you anything, JJheat. So there you go.
We'll see. Anyway,
You-
Excelsior.
No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So, okay. So to review, because I really want to rub this in. Well, we'll start with JJheat. JJheat's reviewing Superman 4 and Marvel. Jeez. Nick, be lucky. I only thought of Marvel when we were having trouble thinking of JJheat's comic.
You only resorted to that because you were desperate. But it was a valiant attempt.
Well,
I mean,
like this way, I thought of,
JJheat, in your defense, you didn't give us much of a choice. You were putting up a valiant effort, so we had to bring out the big guns.
honestly,
So-
here's the thing, JJheat.
So we glorified in the fact that we had to we had to bring out everything we had in order to defeat you. It was a valiant effort, and you put up a great fight.
Here's the thing, JJheat. I wanted to see if you would actually try and defend Marvel.
Challenge accepted.
I can just see the reservation in his voice. I can hear it.
And yes, it is a turtle shirt. That's from what. I can
What do you
see.
mean by unintended? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it because Master Splinter is hanging out with us, or should I say
No.
Master Courage? He's like,
Master
I like
Courage.
how he's just backing up. He does not want to be out right now.
So, and Nick is doing Sins Past. Look on the bright side, JJheat. You're not defending Sins Past.
Well, it's no Avengers 200, so or
I
Heroes
gotta
in Crisis.
I gotta stare at Norman Osborn's naked butt. The things I do for you guys.
And O-Face. And O-Face.
His
He then
goblin
morphs
face.
into the goblin face too. Isn't this awesome, JJheat?
Good luck. I
I'll
wish you a
need it.
great challenge, gentlemen.
And me, I got to review Justice League and Civil War, which honestly is not that bad of a story.
I still
So
say
it's
you
not
got.
like
I
that.
still say you got off easy.
Oh, I
other than your
definitely did.
Other
You
than your
have to
contested
defend. By the way, your challenge is for Civil War 2. You have to defend Carol and say why she was justified in acting like she did.
No, that's not the way this works. I just have to review the
No.
storyline.
If I have to positively review Marvel, you have to defend Captain Karen.
Here's the difference. I didn't say you had to review a specific component of it. That's not the way this game works.
She's the majority of the story. The majority of the story revolves around her and her actions.
Jared,
I have to positively review a Bendis book, dude.
Jared,
I
here's the
still
thing.
I have to defend Rob
No,
Liefeld. That's more than
JJheat.
fair.
Jared.
That's not a Rob Liefeld
Wait.
book.
Frank Miller, my mistake.
No,
That's not a Frank Miller book either.
guys,
Yeah.
Jared, even if it's not the focus, because you're doing a positive read of the book, you have to at least touch upon that tangentially, and you will be mentioning it as part of your positive review.
Well, actually, technically, I could say Tony is right because Tony Stark's argument is part of the book.
Well, by
So-
that logic,
But-
you should be defending the first Civil War and how Tony acted the same way Carol did. It's a loophole.
But I'm doing Civil War 2, not Civil War 1.
It's the same argument.
No, 2 is dealing with pre-crime.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
a big difference there.
Yeah, because basically, Civil War, what's really great? Like a Civil War 1 is basically Mutant Registration Act, but with all the Marvel heroes.
Yeah, it's basically that. So let's see.
You want
How
to
to
wrap it
end-
up?
Yeah,
How
we
to
can
end
wrap-
this- yeah.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. All right. So where can everyone find you boys, and what have you got coming out in the channel? And I'll start with Nick.
All right, you can find me the usual places: Twitter, the Phoenix Press, YouTube, the same. Let's see here. I got. So I'm not doing the Let's Play series anymore. That one wasn't really performing the way I wanted to. We're still doing the Super Split Screen Bros with all three of us. That's going to be great. Working on Turn Samurai. We're in the pencil stages. That's going to be really great. That one's we're looking to come out in May. We got the covers. Evius did amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys.
So JJheat.
Well, I recently did my DC solicitations review, so please check that out. Also, I got a Tim Drake video coming up, and the SWTOR playthroughs. And next week, I take on the Impossible with Marvels, apparently. So, remains to be seen.
And if you can't complete it before the stream, you either have to review what you have or review it on your channel positively.
No, if he doesn't do it, he has to put on his channel a playthrough of Superman 64. And he has to complete the first
He doesn't have
level.
access to that technology, Nick.
I will help him get access.
He has to get to a museum in order to get access to that technology, a dinosaur.
Do you want me to boot up Superman 64 right now? I will boot it up on my computer and I will show you.
No. But
no, by all means, we got the time.
But I gotta log off. But
let's do it.
I was like,
yeah. For me, I have my fan edit of Superman and Wonder Woman. Let's actually do a view check on it real quick because it was doing very well when I got onto this show. 268.
Yeah, those videos tend to do really well in the algorithm at the moment.
Yeah, the fan edits, and they've watched so for it's added 3 hours of watch time to my content.
Nicely done. Hopefully, by the time you reach 1,000, you'll be ready to get monetization. Super chat, baby!
Oh yeah, and I really hope it's the one where Zack Snyder shows up because I'm getting cash from that.
And
one.
Taladia is covering Superman and Lois season 3, and it's actually good. It's actually being good so far.
And they're doing something new with Lois Lane because
they're not going to kill her off, man.
No, but they're putting her in a danger that Superman can't necessarily save her from.
Tell that to the Silver Age.
So is Lois like, somebody save me?
We'll tell you off stream and next we don't spoil it for people.
Okay.
Yes. Subscribe to all these gentlemen. Their links will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, everyone, and I will see you in the very next.
Excelsior!
Oh yeah, the next. I'll see you next week, where we'll see if we still remain friends at the end of that.
Don't forget
April
Justice League watch through.
Oh yeah, we're doing a Justice League. Our Justice League watch through is continuing on Tuesday.
It's actually those videos have actually been doing pretty good.
They've been doing very well. That show is very popular. All right, JJheat, if you want to join us for an episode, you're more than welcome.
Oh, by all means, just send me the link. Just let me know ahead of time and see what I can do.
So, stay work, everyone, and we'll see if next Saturday if all of us are still friends.
Excelsior!